Hi girls, it's Miss Vanessa. I'm here for another read aloud. This is actually a really fun read aloud because it is a story that was written especially for what's happening right now, the coronavirus. And it's a really fun story about two sisters. And one of them, the older one, is explaining to the younger one why we stay home. And that is the title of our story. And in this story, the older sister, Millie, is telling her younger sister, Susie, about why it's important that we're all staying at home and how we can keep ourselves safe and healthy at home. And how we can keep other people safe and healthy too. We are going to focus on questioning today. That is the way we're going to think about what we're reading. We're going to ask questions about why the things that Millie and Susie are talking about are important for staying safe and healthy. Our learning goal, we're going to be able to write a letter to a friend to tell them we care about them and reminding them how to stay safe and healthy during this time. So I will show you a letter that I wrote and we will write one together, okay? Using what we learned from the story. Our strong, smart, and bold quality is being responsible. We're responsible when we do our part to keep ourselves and others safe and healthy. That's what this story is about. Before we start, though, I want to do a mindfulness activity with you. And you can see in my picture, it's me doing this activity. What you're going to do is you're going to be a human balloon. We've done this before. So it's a way to focus our breathing and center our mind so we're ready to listen and learn, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath and bring your arms up like a giant balloon. Hold your breath and let it out really slow through your mouth, okay? Go. Bring your arms all the way down. Again, bring your arms up slow. Take a deep breath. Let your breath out really slow and bring your arms down like you're deflating the balloon. One more time. Bring your arms up really slow. Take a deep breath. Make your balloon big, big balloon, and then bring it down slow. All right, we're gonna get started on our story. Before we start, our two cool words are quarantine. Both of these words we've seen and probably heard so much since we've been out of school. Quarantine and social distancing. Quarantine means a period during which a person or animal with a contagious disease is isolated. So when we talk about quarantine right now, we're talking about that's what we're doing. We're staying away from other people. We're staying in a certain place where we can keep ourselves safe and healthy. And we're not going around other people unless we absolutely have to. Okay, that's what quarantine means. Social distancing, to maintain or keep a safe distance, so space from other people, especially to slow the spread of a contagious illness or disease. So right now we have something, a kind of sickness or illness that we're trying to keep safe from ourselves, and we don't want to spread it or get it from anybody else. So if we're far enough away, if we're at a safe social distance, we are keeping ourselves and other people safe too. Okay? All right, we're going to get started on our story. Okay. Why we stay home. Susie learns about a coronavirus. Okay. Millie, are you awake? Susie asked. Susie was having a hard time sleeping, so she figured she would see if her older sister was still awake. I am now, Millie responded. What do you want, Susie? Okay, let's keep going. I was just thinking how happy I am that me, you, Mommy, and Daddy have been staying home together. It's fun, Susie replied. All right, so before we go on to the next part of the story, I want us to think about what's one fun thing that we've been doing while we're at home? What's one fun thing you do with your family while you're at home? Maybe you have a game time that you all play together. Maybe you watch a show together. Maybe you're cooking more together and you're getting to help in the kitchen. What's one thing you do? If you don't have someone to share with a stuffy. If you do have someone there to share with, go ahead and share with them. What's one fun thing that you're doing with your family while you're at home? All right, let's keep going. Yes, it is nice having Mommy and Daddy home with us, Susie, Millie responded. But we have to make sure that we remember the reason that we are all at home right now. Yes, I know, Millie, because of coronavirus. But what is coronavirus anyway? Asked Susie. So yeah, I wonder how many of us have actually asked that question too. Like, what is it exactly? What is this thing? Let's see what Millie has to say. Coronavirus is a virus. A virus is a really small germ that you cannot see. There are other kinds of germs too, like bacteria and fungi. So there's different kinds of germs. All of them are small, so you cannot see them. Germs are everywhere. Our bodies, chairs we sit on, even the door handle to your favorite ice cream parlor, even your bedroom door, all kinds of places. Okay. Some germs are good, some germs are bad, and some don't really do anything. The coronavirus is a bad germ, and it can make some people really sick. Some of the people at greatest risk of getting sick, so the people that are most likely to get sick, are Grandma and Grandpa and Mr. Jones, our neighbor whose body has a hard time fighting off germs. So everyone has been staying home to make sure we don't spread coronavirus to them. This is what quarantine means. So there's our word quarantine. So I'm noticing that Millie is giving Susie examples of what we can do to keep these people safe, grandmas and grandpas and people whose bodies have a hard time fighting off germs when they do get sick. So I want to know, it sounds like Susie's offering something that is responsible when she says that we're staying home. How is staying home being responsible? What is it that we're doing when we're staying at home? Go ahead and share with somebody. So when I respond with my answer that I would come up with, if you came up with something similar, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back or an agree symbol, so you know, like an agree sign, so that you know that we're thinking the same thought. My thought is based on what Susie, or what Millie said. Older sister Millie said that when we stay home, we keep those germs to ourselves, and so other people can't get them. And we're being responsible. We're thinking about doing the right thing and taking care of each other and ourselves. So that's a way to be responsible right now. Okay. Some signs that someone is sick with coronavirus are cough, fever, and sore throat. We can do our part by preventing the spread of coronavirus by washing our hands, wearing a mask when we go to the grocery store, and standing 6 feet apart while we wait in line. This is called social distancing. So the part that's social distancing, which is one of our vocabulary cool words, is the part about standing 6 feet apart. Okay? And we can see in our picture, we have a mask, we have someone washing their hands, and we have someone standing 6 feet away. Okay, so on this page, Millie is reminding Susie and us of even more ways to be responsible during this time. So which is one of the ways of these 3 that you've been doing? Have you been doing all of them? Have you been really doing 1 or 2 of them more? If you're not going out very much with your family, you might not be wearing a mask very often because you're not outside. But hopefully we're all washing our hands a whole lot. That's one of the first steps, just because, like we said, germs are everywhere, so it's important to keep our hands clean. That's how we're being responsible for ourselves and each other. Okay. Oh, I see, says Susie. But Millie, since we've been at home, I've really missed my friend Alex from school. I understand, Susie. It can be very hard not to see friends and family that don't live with us. But there are still ways that we can say hello to them. We can video chat them on Mommy's computer when we can call them on the phone, and we can also send them messages to check on them. So it looks like on here there's a picture of the computer screen. If you've done the computer screen, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I've definitely done that. If you've used your phone or Mommy's phone or Daddy's phone to call people in your family or friends from school, go ahead and give a thumbs up. I've definitely been doing that. And I just talked to a friend on the phone the other day too. So these are great ways. The way that we're going to do it is also you can write a letter that you can send in the mail. That's a fun way to get a message to someone. It's fun to come to your mailbox and find something just for you. So we're going to use that way to check on our friends, okay? Some people do not have mommies and daddies or even sisters with them, and they are alone in quarantine. So it is important that we check on them. I understand, Millie. But Millie, Susie replies, is this how it's going to be from now on? No, Susie, it will get better. We just have to keep sticking together. So I like the way this story ends. It's very positive. We're trying to think, about how things are going to get better. It can be hard sometimes to remember that. It's been a long time for us in this, and so I just want to leave you guys with the idea that this is going to get better. We are going to come back together soon. Everything's going to be fine, and the most we can do is stick together with our family and friends who we are safe with, and we can do our part to keep ourselves safe and other people safe, just like Millie and Susie are talking about in the story. So washing our hands, wearing a mask, staying far apart from each other when we have to go out, right? Okay, so our activity today is going to be a letter that we are going to write. So our letter is going to look like this. So I have a picture of washing hands, so that's the one I picked. What you're going to do is write your letter. So here's an example of what you're going to write. So you're going to write dear and then your friend's name. Okay, so I will write dear, and I'm going to write, oops, there we go. I'm going to write, let's see, I'm going to write my friend Nina. My friend Nina, I'm going to write her a letter. Dear Nina, comma, okay. Now, the next part. It says, I hope you are well. We're checking on our friends. That's part of what we're going to do. We're going to check on our friend. So I hope you are well. Period. That is a sentence. I hope you are well. Okay, so the next part of says, I am, and I made this bold, wearing a mask, washing my hands, staying 6 feet away to stay safe. So you're going to pick one of these things that you want to share with your friend that you're doing to stay safe. Okay, so the one I'm going to pick washing my hands. So capital I am S-H-ing, washing my hands to stay safe. Safe has a magic E at the end, period, to stay safe. That's the one I picked. If you pick all three, if you do all three, pick all three. If you do two, pick two that you want to write about. So I picked the one, washing my hands. Now, my next sentence starts, how are you staying safe and healthy? So that's my question to her. And she can respond with a letter to me. How are you staying safe, magic E, and healthy. Healthy has a silent A in there. How are you staying safe and healthy? Now, that is a question, so we need a question mark at the end. How are you staying safe and healthy? Now, you're going to write from, comma, and then I'm going to write Miss Vanessa because that is my name, but you are going to write your name, okay? All right. So I wrote, Dear Nina, I hope you are well. So I've checked on my friend. I've asked how she's doing. I'm telling her I care about her by saying I hope she's doing okay. I am washing my hands to stay safe. So I'm letting her know one of the ways from the story that I learned about how to stay safe and that I'm doing to do my part and be responsible. And then I'm asking her, how are you staying safe and healthy? So she can respond to me and let me know what she's doing. And then I drew a picture of washing hands. So go ahead and draw the picture of the thing you chose. If you do all three, go ahead and draw all three. If you want to go back in the video and look at the pictures of the friends washing hands and the mask and the staying 6 feet apart, that's a picture in the story. If you want to copy that one and include it in your letter, your friends will love to see a picture of what you do and love to hear from you. This is a great way to stay connected to friends during this time. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Love you. Bye.